Well guys, I'm back with another video reviewing Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales. I'm just skipping over it. I'm pissed right now. So I'm not going over it. So anyway, I'm gonna try my best to please with the entire story. So anyway, the game opens up in Harlem when Miles heads to Tails Bodega. But Pete calls in for a convoy to go to the to help protect the convoy because one of the Sinister Six is in there. But after a mistake by Miles causes the person inside turn out to be Rhino to escape and some rat CPs. After a struggling first battle, Miles tries and if he gets hit injured by Rhino, Miles battles him with his new electricity power. Beats him. Where they meet the head of Roxxon. Simon Krieger played by Troy Baker. Yep, Troy Baker. Anyway, Miles and Pete reveals he's not going to be around for a couple of weeks. Because he's Henderson Carrier of NJ. But he lends these New York in Miles' hands. Let's get some new present. And, well, he goes to prepare. So, Miles meets his friend Genki in the park, where they open the present together. Turns out it's a new suit. To try on, Miles goes about investigating the second part of the present, which is a holographic training center, which is onto those side missions you could do. So yeah. Anyway, after that, Genki asks Miles to investigate a breaking at Roxxon. So yeah, after Miles investigates, discovers that they were trying to stick in a new form, but he's attacked by the people who were trying to steal it. After picking them, he leaves Roxxon to take care of them. He heads home for the night, where he meets up with an old friend, because his mother invited her. And the girl named Finn Mason. I don't know if Finn or Krieger from the comics. If they are, let me know in the comments below, because I really have no clue. So yeah, after a night, talking and stuff. Next day, Miles and Aggie test out the new app they created. The Friendly Neighborhood app which allows users to request help. And they go request him by a man named Aaron Davis, Miles' uncle. So Miles swings over and Aaron asks to help take down a group known as the Underground, the group that broke into Roxxon last night. So after taking them down, it's going to planted bombs on the places. So he takes them down as well, and destroys the bombs. Where Aaron reveals that he found out knows Mouse's identity from watching him on TV that night, seeing his moves, seeing him in action. He knew it was him from the moves because he told him them. So, yeah. Anyway, Miles decided to have a nice chat, meet up with Finn. They have a nice chat and look at the time capsule, which is another on the side mission. Anyway, later that night he goes to his mother's rally, yeah, where they're attacked by the Underground. So Miles suits up and mounts them. He takes them down, but realizes he'll just a distraction and heads to the bridge where the explosion came from. He tries to sell the few, but they won't. Tinkerer doesn't give a damn and just knocks him aside. She does the uniform, but Miles tries to take it back, but his bioelectricity is accidentally causing him to be unstable. And since he got knocked back he discovered that Tinkerer's actually his friend Finn. And he gets knocked back into the truck, causing the other new forms to get destabilized. So, yeah, causing the bridge to explode. After taking down more members of the Underground, Miles tries his best and rescues everyone on the bridge. Where Roxxon attacks him. Where he honors his new power, camouflage. So after that, Miles is definitely beat beat up about it. But encouraging words from Genki and his mother. Miles and Genki decided to create a new suit. It's one we're familiar with from the comics, the black and red suit. Right. Now decided to go over take a look at Bin's brother's shop, Benny's shop, where her brother works. So let's go to see what we want. Discover there's evidence of that they were at Roxxon that night. So Marshall finds the phone that been dropped. After infiltrating it, run into the Prowler, who is a criminal his father chased, and turns out to be his uncle, who's just having his back, and well, Miles is stubborn. Yeah, and that's going to just they do it together. Miles finds the gun, discovers that Roxxon Krieger killed Ben's brother, Mace Rick, and now she's out for revenge. So Miles decides to shut down the new reactor and absorbing it. It's dangerous, he's lucky to be alive though. After escaping his uncle discovers that Bane is the Tinkerer and makes a suggestion to Miles. If he wants to stop her, infiltrate the underground. Yeah. So that Miles is not sure, but decides to go for it. And he calls up Bane and meets with her. At the truck, she agrees to them into the underground after a child. So Miles and Finn. So after that, Miles decides to suit up without anyone noticing. He suits up and he overhears a conversation that new forms making people sick. As Rick was the one who created them in the first place. So after taking down a few underground girls, Miles heads out to the theater to steal the new form. And to take it down some more underground girls, he enters and tries to steal it, but Tinker shows up and takes it. So leaves her on chase. And Tink tries to try to tell Tinker the truth. But then he's injured by her. And she is no reason asks what reason does she have not to kill him. Miles reveals his identity. She's shocked. They didn't have time to talk now because the police showed up. So Miles escaped. So yeah, it's not good. Miles is definitely worried about it. And confronts his uncle later. You know, where we realize he's done something. And after leaving, where he tells Aaron to that he's meeting Ben at Trinity Church, he somehow sells them out. Tells someone on the other line that they're going to be at Trinity Church, but to leave the boy alone. Anyway, Miles convinces Ben to meet with him. She is pretty angry, but starts to become happy after they remember some fun stuff. You know? Where Rhino shows up with some Roxxon armor and attacks. They catch him both Finn and Miles. Miles wakes up. Krieger's there. Basically, he wants to take him apart and study his powers. Anyway, he leaves them to do whatever they want. But Miles uses a new venom power. Ian and Finn have to escape. Finn's definitely not angry. After escaping some doors, Miles finds out that his uncle sold him out. And when Finn found out too, she's pretty pissed. With the two to get out. Right at the corner by Rhino. Are you taking them down? Maxwell is trying to retrieve some evidence while Finn has to keep watch. But Rhino provoked her. She's mad, tries to kill him, but Miles stops her and they get sent through. She's definitely angry and beats the crap out of Miles and threatens him. If he comes near her again, she'll kill him. And he's Miles barely hurt, barely able to contact Genki. He takes him to the apartment. And his mother discovers he's Spider-Man. So he informs him everything that's been going on. Leo gives Miles some confidence. He gives Miles some confidence. So yeah. Rio and Genki are gonna be back with everyone in the building. So Miles heads out to the Science Center where he's attacked by Prowler, who doesn't want him to risk his neck or get killed and stuff. After he argument, the two bite it out with Miles coming on top. And Miles really said something that got to Aaron. It's not even hurtful. He's just got to do what Miles says. He's got to do what he has to do. And that's the Science Center where we get a flashback of their time when they had to do back in middle school, the last year of middle school. Now, there's a contradiction that happens at the end of the game, per post-game story. On Miles, they say Miles is 17 in the profile. You know, when you look at character profiles, it says Miles is 17, but later on it's mentioned Miles is 16. I'll get to that later anyway. After dealing with Tinkerer and after dealing with the other underground members, Miles goes after Tinkerer. Where she's done some script and taking out some more Roxanne goons and some underground goons. Miles reunites with Rio and Genki along with some other people. So yeah. Miles says she's always died. Just then, they're nearly attacked by Roxanne, but Aaron T. Prowler shows up, takes him down, tells him to go. Do stuff. So yeah. Miles ends up confronting Finn and they ended up battling. It's a truly great battle, I'm not gonna spoil it. It's a great battle. And I died a few times when I first played it, when I first played the game. Oof. That pissed me off a lot, but I got a little better at it. I can beat her without dying, even when I get injured. Even on the hardest difficulty. Yeah, I went on amazing and I beat her. I only died once on amazing. No joke. Well, twice actually. I got killed by a freaking train. No joke. Got late. Yeah. Pretty notices what she's done. Because, well mentioned, she wanted to explode the plaza and that's it. Something I forgot to mention. But Krieger changed the specs. Now, destroyed all of Harlem. It's not stopped. So, yeah, Miles. So yeah, Finn makes a mistake and she falls. Miles tries to save her. When I fall her, she says sorry. But Miles says everything's gonna be okay. They fall. Luckily, he's a little soft landing. Anyway, Miles wakes up and tries to absorb the new form. Finn seeing everything. He can't be able to contain it. So Finn sacrifices himself so Miles releases the energy. It's a truly heartbreaking moment. But I'll mention some bigger problems with the game in a bit. A lot of the people we come to know about Harlem, not all of them, just some of the key people, once we've seen from the game, just saw not Miles as Spider-Man. But they're happy for all he's done. He gets Miles back his mess. He heads on out. He's surviving. We hear a text saying 4 weeks later, Krieger's officially been arrested by Soprano, and Aaron serves time in jail. We also now elect new elected councilwoman, city councilwoman. Things are good. Pete's back too. When he and Pete, Pete and Miles and us talk. Miles asks if anything gets easier. If the job gets easier. Pete just tells him sometimes, yeah. Anyway, the two head off. That's when the main game ends. We get 2 post-credit scenes. Well, not 2, but we get it right. Anyway, we can use the plot where we left the first game left off, setting up Harry possibly becoming Venom. Yeah. Anyway, in post game, the cutscene where Miles puts down the prize winning the trophy they won from their middle school science project. Ultimately judged to remember him by. It's truly tragic. We get post game details. Now, someone's going to mention, Aaron actually reveals the story of what happened between him and Jefferson. Between him and Jeff. See, there's some audio samples, and once you get all the audio samples, each one tells a story, and you get the final story after getting a new suit, the Prowler suit. The Spidey Prowler suit. I don't know what to call it. Yeah, I'm not gonna spoil them. Just play that level. It's a really good. Anyway, so yeah, and there's also a post-screen scavenger quest, where scavenger hunt. Miles hunts over the city for 8 postcards with a drive on it. Where he discovers that his dad recorded it about a year ago before all the events of the game happened. It's really sad. The final one hits hard. It's truly emotional. I really like it. The game is good. I have fun with it. This game doesn't have any DLCs. It's been out for like 3 years now. It doesn't have any DLCs, which is good because I had to pay for the original DLCs on the PlayStation 4 game. If I knew I was going to get the PlayStation 5 one, I would have not bought them, Oh well. Now, Miles Morales includes some new gameplay elements, but also still using the same ones from the previous game, which I find pretty unique and refreshing. But I don't like how Miles' gadgets are limited to just 4. And we get some little details and expand the character, like Gloria, who was a recurring character in the original game, where every time you visit Beast, you could talk to her. Or just after you say to her from the start. Even the DLCs. Also, there's a whole scene that they added, just like in the first game, where Miles gets to visit his dad's grave. There's also this game released. Actually, the DLC. See, this was back in 2018 when the DLCs were in production. Stanley passed away. The tragic part. It's tragic. And well, they stripped him in Miles Morales with a statue, Go statue, by his character name, by his in-game character. It was a nice tribute. Excelsior. Anyway, it's a great. Well, also there's a special side mission, one that's connected, interconnected side mission, which is cool. So first, one of them, in Tails Bodego's Rod and his cat Spider-Man was stolen. Yes, cat's called Spider-Man. Oh, so they a cute suit later. But I'm not gonna wear it, but it's one of my favorite suits. Just like how cute Spider-Man is. The cat, obviously. Hey, the bank heist. After rescuing, there's a bank heist going on. After taking the cat back, where Genki looks into it. The other two side missions, one involving Caleb and Sophia, and Caleb and uh, Caleb and I've got a name. Where she's been adopted because someone's been trying to buy out their street, the street their shops on, and condemn it. And then the third one, something's going on with Feast. Feast is being shut down, or the threat was just shut down. Because without Feast, more possible for more criminals to come. And it turns out it was all orchestrated by one man who's in prison. None other than Wilson Fisk, aka the Kingpin. I don't think I mentioned this in my last review on the main game, guys. But I loved Travis Williams' performance as the character of Fisk, because he's only been known to play four with Marvel. I say the knee. Even Price's was 4-4. Ugh, Marvel's Avengers, one of the worst games ever. Which I should cover sometime in the future. With a 3-part storyline so far, with 2 stories that should continue sometime in the future. Make it more interesting. Alright, I really enjoy this game, but there are problems, like with Ben. It's been way too early, she's the Tinkerer, and we don't know much about her at that point. I like how Simon Krieger's a villain. Tribeca does a good job portraying the character. So yeah. And I kind of find a way to get an excuse for not to be in the game. Well, he technically is. He has more voice lines. More simply hollow. It's basically a hollow Pete. That has more dialogue. But you also just get some dialogue in the game. That's good. And there's a bit of problem story, as I said. It says we did not know much about Finn. She's just introduced for us knowing who she is. Revealing she's the Tinkerer much a little bit later. Like, they should have kept the twist. They should have kept it much longer in the game. When Miles Bynes shockingly discovers that Finn is the Tinkerer, and that's what you see should have been gone midway through the game, not early in the game. Seriously, he didn't have that super long. Like, literally didn't have that super long, and really got the new suit pretty quickly. Now, for first game, it was alright, because we already seen the classic suit. We've seen it many times in comics and stuff. So, we didn't care if they changed it quickly or not. We got the new suit. So, it's just a problem with Finn herself. Well, there's probably a lot of people on YouTube doing this. So, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoy my content, hit that button. Once you want to subscribe to the channel, I'll click the notification bell. Instead of always that comes in the future. Well, I won't be doing another Spider-Man review for quite a while, actually. Not until 2023. Yeah, it's gonna be a long way before the official sequel comes out. Oh god, it's gonna be so tough to wait. Yeah, it's gonna be a tough wait. I really want to see the story continue, but well, we only got one trailer so far. It was just a tease. So I'm sure sometime when next year happen, when we get to next year, sometime during the year, we get more trailers on the game. Now, I didn't play Marvel Spider-Man until last year, early 2021. It was just a year ago I got the PlayStation 4. It's been a year since I got that console. And I got the PlayStation 5 months later as well. Just 1 year and a few months later. Didn't get it for Christmas because of how hard it was to get. But, yeah, you get right. So, yeah, thank you guys. My next Pokemon review will be in 2023. Possibly. Unless there's a way for me to play the classic games. But I can actually watch reviews of YouTube and give my own thoughts on the games. That'd be a good way. That'd be a better way to experience it for some of these old games. Man, I wish I had kind of wish I had a new Xbox. That way I could get some of the old games to play on. Oh, thank you. I'll see you all next time. So, Wrestling Gamer out.